Jean-Jules Trinity, who was the uncle of my former wife, William Trinity, was sent up to Clay after my father and brother were asked to wait in a sugarcane farm by one Cephas Davis, who my father employed when he was Secretary of Interior, and that at night he would cross them over the border to Sierra Leone. He went and told Charles Williams, who was then superintendent, that I know where Coleman and his son are. They're in the sugarcane farm. Williams came to Monrovia, alighted Tubman, and they sent a battalion of soldiers to surround the area, the sugarcane farm, and they were ambushed and caught alive. John, when he woke from sleep, they shot him. He was wounded. And then my father was weakened. He didn't put up any resistance. But they tied both of them and brought them down to Monrovia. They stopped at the Rainbow Bar of Etta Greaves on Bushra Island. Trinity stopped for a drink. And Etta Greaves talked with my father. She used to call him Baba David. Say, if Tubman asked you to apologize, you should do what he said. So my father asked her, it depends what he wants me to apologize for, because I've done nothing for which I need to apologize. Nonetheless, from there, they were driven to the back of the mansion, the old mansion. Tubman came down and conversed with my father. This is the story that Jean-Jules Trinity told me. And Etta Greaves had said to me, you go to Trinity and tell him that I, Etta Greaves, say he has something to tell you. So when I met him, Tubman was then dead, so he could speak freely. He said, I carried them to the back of the mansion. Tubman came down and conversed with your father, and he asked him for the documents on the slave trade. And my father said, I don't have them. He said, you're lying. He slapped him. But my father retaliated because he had been loose then, and he slapped him back. So he told the soldiers to shoot him. But then none of them took up their guns. So he took the gun from one of the soldiers and stabbed him in the chest. Because when I saw the body, my father was holding his chest, where the bayonet had penetrated the chest. But the final death occurred for my brother John at BTC that night, because when they took their bodies into the prison cell where we were, after death, rigor mortis takes place and the bodies get saved, but they were still limber. They had just been killed. Because 2 hours after that, Chesson opened the prison cell and he called Coleman, Dr. Barkley, Booker T. Bracewell, Paul Dama, you bring the bodies out into the BTC ground. And he had been reading, so he said, put the bodies in the water. And he asked me, who is this? I said, that's my father. He said, that's my brother. And then he said, soldier, double time me inside gun butt. But you see, what was pathetic about it, John and Chesson were loving two sisters in Washington, D.C., because they went to Howard University together, and they shared one car because my brother had a Packard Clipper and Chesson had the duplicate key. My father also, when he went to the United Nations in 49 to take me to school, he employed Chesson as his secretary to give him spending money. And my father also taught Chesson principles of law in his office on Front Street, Coleman Hill. So, there was no need to go overboard to prove loyalty to Tubman by doing all of these unnecessary things.